You're watching The Jam.
And she spent years hyping up the audiences at the Oprah Winfrey Show. Now, Sally Lou Loveman wants to show you how you can take center stage in your very own life. Over more than 2 decades, she was the first voice that greeted audience members at the Oprah Winfrey Show. Now, Sally Lou Loveman is helping others speak up and own their own story. Thanks so much for being here.
I'm so happy to be here.
I was so fascinated when I was reading a little bit more about your story that when you started warming up the audience for Oprah, you had never done it before, and they just shoved a mic in your hand?
Never, and I was a very shy child. So, but when I was 14, I went to a television taping with my mom, and I was like, oh my God, I love this. So like right now, today, I'm in love. And I found the purpose when I was in a TV studio, and that just sort of unleashed the fear in me. Like I said goodbye to fear. So then I dove into a TV career.
Yeah.
That ticket that we got, it was called the Mike Douglas Show for anyone that's older than me. That ticket was literally my career to television and my career to Oprah. So when I'm in the studio as the audience coordinator, I was unexpectedly handed a microphone and told to warm up the studio audience. I'm like, well, what do I do?
Right.
And I just used my heart, and I connected with the audience, and it was like that. I found my voice.
That is so
And that's
amazing.
what this book is about. It's about helping readers find their voice.
So you mentioned in it your clipboard moment.
Yes.
And we saw the picture of you and Oprah with the clipboard.
Yes. Well, that was in the studio at the Mike Douglas Show. I saw a girl on the set with a clipboard. I was like, I want to do what she's doing. It was 1976.
Yeah.
She was wearing a headset, which made her cool.
Of
She was
course.
carrying a clipboard, which made her official.
Yep.
Super busy. I don't think she was an audience producer, but I said, I want to do that. I want to be in a TV studio. She's been my mentor that I never met. So, yeah.
So in the book, you talk about how important it is for anybody, not just people, you know, to have good public speaking skills. But how do you do that? Because for a lot of people, it's such a difficult thing.
Especially in this day and age when all we do is text, right? And so we're not practicing enough. We need to speak to the people that are around us first. That's the first thing you do. Speak to the people that you love that are around you, your family. Speak to the people you work with. Speak to your Uber driver. Speak to anyone that you can and start getting practice. Then accept invitations like, oh, you want to present to the team at work? Do it. You want to speak up in church? Do a reading? Do it. In temple, wherever you can, get that experience. Go on Facebook Live. Try it out. Just embrace the idea of speaking, because speaking connects you to others, and then that makes us all happier humans.
And I have found, too, that your audience typically wants you to succeed.
Always.
So, I mean,
typically.
You have to just let go of that because they want you to do good. No one wants to watch you fail.
Here's the thing. Audiences want you to do well. When you talk to your audience first and mingle with them and get to know them before you speak, they're your friends. Yeah. So they're rooting for you. And then you can include them. When you include your audience, which is what I did at the Oprah Winfrey Show, it was about, yes, they were there to see Oprah. Easy. I didn't need to warm them up for that, right?
Yeah, right.
But I wanted them to connect with each other, and then they connected with me, which made it even, a greater thing. Also, just speaking is a fear. It's the #1 fear. But if we do it enough, if we practice, all of a sudden you start to look forward to it.
I don't know about looking forward to, but it would be nice to not be afraid of it.
Exactly. So in my book, I offer lots and lots of tips. It's momentum, and it builds. And so when you're doing it a lot, then you start, oh, I'm good at this. I can try this. I can go to bigger stages, and that's the whole point. And also, it's just a way to connect with humans more and tell your story. Everyone has a story. Everyone. And it doesn't matter if your story and my story are the same. They aren't. They can't be.
Right.
And we own our stories. And so when we speak our stories and our message lands on someone's heart that we don't even know how it's going to impact them, you've done your job for the day.
Yeah, and it connects you to a whole other world, because then you get to get into that person's world a little bit and see other people and other things.
That's the other thing I was going to say. Thank you for getting me back, Amy. The audience will never remember what you said. They'll remember how you feel. So if you speak from your heart and add just a little piece of something about you, whatever topic you're talking about, you're there, you're an expert, you have something to say that's personal to you. So add that little piece when you start, and immediately the audience is going to feel oxytocin, the feel-good hormone, and they're going to want you to do well.
Well, I think it's funny because you mentioned this a little bit, you're talking about your office colleagues, because we're not just talking about people who do public speaking for a living. Everyone needs this life skill.
It is a life skill. It is a career asset. So if you're not speaking and learning how to speak well to others, you're doing yourself a disservice. And guess what? Own your talent.
Yeah.
And when you own your talent, like I'm very bad at many things, but I'm very good at connecting with people. So I'm owning my talent. And when you own your talent and you're in your purpose, fear has no access.
That is so true. When when you're good at something or you know you love something,
Right.
it doesn't scare you anymore.
Right.
Thank you so much for being
read my
here.
book and you won't be scared.
And read your book. There you go. To get a copy of Sally's new book, head on over to lovespeaks.com and be sure to keep up with her on social media as well. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you so much, Amy.
Felicia, over to you.
Can Sally come in every morning
Right.
and just inspire us to live our
the
lives?
audience here.
I already feel like a different person. This is therapy.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to keep you here.